Hey, what's up? What's up? So this is from one case of dealing with a psychopath/sociopath. I'm going to break down a few steps. This is one, but many of them choose to use a similar strategy to this. Okay, so step one is going to be they try to root themselves into your life or anchor themselves in your life. And this is going to be through giving you some type of special praise, special attention that they don't give to anyone else. And the whole goal is to get you feeling hooked and addicted to them. This could range anywhere from inviting you out to special places, or I don't allow anyone to come here with me, and I don't hang out at this place with anybody, or texting you, flooding you with text messages from morning to night, or calling you nonstop and, oh, I'm not a phone person. I don't really like talking on the phone, but I love talking to you. Like weird stuff like that. It could be through basically anything that it takes in order to create a sense of them being a part of your life. They really want to rush that feeling of being the one and being your soulmate and making it seem like they were always there the whole time with you, and like making it like they're a part of your world now. They're a part of your life now. They want to root themselves first. Usually this period is very short. It's very brief. Once they get you rooted, or once they think they have firmly planted themselves in your life, they're going to move on to step two. Step two is they're going to start subtly requiring more and more of you. They may give stories or examples that insinuate that if you won't do this or if you don't do that in the future, then you may be discarded pretty much, or you won't be who they thought you were, etc. They want to create a perpetual sense of if you don't do this or if you don't do that, then you're going to miss out on an opportunity. And they always plant themselves as an opportunity. This is part of the grandiose nature that they have of basically acting as if you're not with them, if you're not around them, then you're somehow missing out. Typically, this point is going to be very subtle. It's not going to be overt. It's typically going to be through subtle, little slick things that they say to make you feel like if you don't do something that they request of you in the future, then you will be discarded or not who they thought you were, or not worthy of being with them, or some weird stuff like that, okay? Step number three, they're going to ask you to do something to compromise your boundaries. It could be subtle. Usually they might try to start off with something subtle, but it could be like asking you to do a sex act, asking you for money, asking you to go to a place that is maybe dangerous or unscrupulous. It could be asking you to try a drug. But whatever it is, it's going to be something that goes against what you want to do or who you are. They at this point feel like they've already learned you enough to kind of know what your boundaries are, and they know that you wouldn't want to necessarily try this or do this, but this is where they're going to ask, usually in a subtle way. It's usually not going to be super overt, but it's going to be like a small step towards that thing. It might be to try a substance with them. It might be to go to a place that's kind of dangerous with them. One of the things they like to do is it might be going to a strip club with them or something along those lines. Like something that you normally wouldn't do that makes you feel uncomfortable, but it's opening up the door towards something else that is unhealthy. Step four, if you decline this, or you're like, oh, I don't know, that's not for me, or yeah, that's not, how about next time, or, you know, maybe in the future, maybe at this point, you're going to get abandonment, but it's not a full abandonment. It's what I call a test discard. It's a brief temporary period, normally from 1 to 5 days, where they discard you pretty much, or ghost you, in order to get you to reach out so you will compromise your boundaries. So let me explain how this works. If you guys were talking every single day for like a week straight or something like that, it is a little bit odd. Like, hey, what happened? And it's going to immediately follow you denying their request, okay? They're doing this on purpose. The reason why the test discard is so short, for like 1 day or 2 days, something along those lines, is because they want you to get in your head and think, oh, well, I shouldn't be tripping. It's just a day. It's just 2 days. I'm not going to freak out over not hearing from them for a day. I'm not going to freak out over not seeing them for, 1 or 2 days. That's not a big deal. They want you to get in your head about it. Or ideally, what they would like you to do is to reach out to them, call them, hey, I thought we were going to see each other again. We see each other for coffee every day, or whatever it is. Whatever the amount of time is, it's usually going to be 1 day to about 5 days. That is just a test discard to see. And this is how long that period is going to depend on how often were you guys in communication. Were you guys in communication every day, or was it every other day? Was it multiple times a week, or was it multiple times a day? So based on that, it's going to determine how long that test discard period is. So usually it's going to be somewhere between 1 to 5 days where you don't hear from them. They disappear. But you don't want to freak out and call them, hey, what's up, what happened, or anything, because if you do, it's like, well, we don't have to talk every day, right? This is all a setup. This is all designed to basically start to psychologically destabilize you, I guess you could say. These people are master manipulators as far as the ones that I'm talking about here. So this test discard, the goal of it is to get you to compromise your boundaries. The goal of the test discard is to get you to compromise your boundaries and say, you know what? I said that I wouldn't do X, Y, and Z, but, okay, maybe I can go over there one time, or, maybe I will try that, or whatever. So the goal is to basically get you to cave on whatever it was that you guys were talking about. So what's going to happen next is, if you disregard the fact that they are doing a test discard on you and you go about your life as normal, what they're going to do is now come back into your life within that 1 to 5 day period, and they're gonna basically try to figure out why you didn't reach out to them. They may come out with an excuse like, oh yeah, yesterday I lost my phone, or oh yeah, I thought I was going to hear from you. I haven't heard from you the last few days. Where have you been at? The whole point of them doing this is to basically inquire, why weren't you acting out in the way that I planned on you acting out? Why weren't you acting out in the way that I was trying to manipulate you into acting out? All right? At which point, if they see that you've stuck to your position, they're going to up the love bombing tactics, okay? So whatever that may be. They may change the original plans that they had and make it something that's a little bit more lighter, or make it like a compromise. But whatever it is, they're going to try to get you addicted to them by upping the ante. Maybe being extra affectionate, maybe being extra complimentary, maybe giving you even more validation and attention than they were giving you before. This is temporary. What they are doing in the background now at this point is they are finding supply to try to entangle you with, or they're trying to create a situation. And we're not going to get too into that right now because that's going to be pretty long, but they're basically planning a trap. Okay, so at which point we go to step 5. All right, so step 5, and I got a whole another pad out here. So step 5 is when you do not compromise with the second return, when they come in and try to, re-love bomb you, re-get you addicted if you weren't already addicted, try to up the ante. At this point, they are going to discard you, but for even longer. So maybe up to a week. Usually the second discard is going to be no more than about 2 weeks, all right? But the whole point of them doing this discard is to try to get you to start doubting yourself, to make you feel like you are less interesting, or that you need to prove yourself as worthy to them, to basically drain your energy and to get you to question yourself. You'll notice that they'll start doing things like going out with a bunch of friends, or somehow in some way, shape, or form, they will try to do something to get you to think that you're being left out and excluded, right? They want you to feel left out and excluded so you can start doubting and questioning yourself and if you're worthy, etc. Because they essentially want to instill in you the idea that you need to prove your worthiness by doing whatever it is that they wanted you to do, or by compromising your boundaries. Now, if you are dealing with a warlock or a dark magician, wizard, etc. at this point, a dark occultist, you're going to start feeling almost like sticks being thrown at you invisibly. You're going to start feeling them projecting their dark energy onto you. And how this works is you're going to possibly start having thoughts that, well, maybe I'm not this, or maybe I'm not that, or maybe I didn't deserve this, or maybe I'm not worthy of that. You're going to start feeling a lot of negative energy that isn't yours, or feeling negative energy that's unfamiliar. So basically, before you met this person, you were doing fine, and all of a sudden now you're starting to feel insecure. You're starting to doubt yourself. You're starting to wonder if you were even worthy of X, Y, or Z. And it's like, where is this coming from? It's coming from them. You might also start to feel like in this next step, this is step 7. I didn't say step 5 and step 6 for the other ones. But anyways, step 7 is you might now start to feel like you need to alleviate your burden. And in order to alleviate your burden, you might feel like you need to explain yourself to them, or that you might need to do something in order to return yourself to the position that you were in before previously. So 2 things to know here is 1, they will never change back to the way they were when they first initially start love bombing you on the first, right in the beginning. At this point, they're going to try to get you to prove that you're the one that's still interested in them, or that you're the one that wants to be with them, or you're the one that likes them. Okay, so this is a really important point. They want you to prove that you like them, or that you're interested in them. And that might be, oh, well, send me money, or do this thing with me, or go to this place with me, or do whatever for me to kind of prove that you actually like me, right? Yeah, so they want you to prove that you're still available, prove that you're still interested. They want you to give them clarity or state your position, how you feel. Basically reveal what's going on with you. Don't do it. At this step, stay very focused on yourself, stay focused on your own boundaries, stay focused on how you were before you met them. These people are likened to soul traffickers. So stay firm to whatever it was you were doing, or however it was you were before. And it's also very important to know, once the demon is securely attached, whoever this narcissist was or the psychopath was, they no longer need to show up in the physical. So once they feel like they've got you, they're going to move on and start planting seeds somewhere else, and only come back when they feel like that bond is starting to dissipate. It's part of the reason why these relationships are so bad. So if you were involved with a situation like this, or you are involved with a situation like this, and you're wondering how to break a bond like that, remember, once again, the narcissist counts on you becoming addicted and hooked on them, hooked on their attention, their validation, being with them, their support, etc. So the first thing you have to do is work on breaking that bond, that connection that you have with whoever this person is. Break that bond down through whatever means that you need to do it. So these are the stages to look out for. If you find that you are going through these steps in these stages, that means there's a very good chance that you are being manipulated, and the ways to get through it is to become aware of it. There's no other way to get out of a situation of manipulation than to become aware of, oh, this person's manipulating me. Oh, they're doing this. Okay, I get it now. That's really important to note, because some people have asked, like, what are specific ways to reverse this and that? And the thing is, it's not going to be as straightforward as, throw an egg and then step on it and then, no. Like, this is the way that you become aware of manipulation, whether it's spiritual or in a social dynamic, is by first becoming aware of the manipulation. And once you become aware of the manipulation, it's like, okay, got it. All right, talk to you later. Have a great rest of the day. I'll see you later. And yeah, let me know if you've seen any of these patterns. Talk to you later. Have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye. Oh, and please like this video, and please share out this video. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.